Yeah, good evening. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Saturday, the 10th of December 2022. This is my weekly analysis video where I go over all of the trades I'm trading on the daily time frame. That's Forex pairs and gold using the high probability and divergence methods, trading methods from my books. First up, thanks for watching the video. I know they're not the most exciting videos, but if you do like them, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That's always appreciated. And secondly, I'd probably like to apologise. This week I've been very tardy in my updates. Luckily, it's been a quiet week. I had a mate come across, an Australian friend, come across from Vietnam doing a visa run, and we met in Camp Potts. I've been down there all week, and I've just got back in Phnom Penh this afternoon. So back in a routine, hopefully catch up with stuff. So sorry about that. Now, let's have a look. Hope everyone's weekend's going all right. I think it's Saturday. First up, what we normally do is have a look at the news for the week ahead. Now, we're getting close to Christmas for those that celebrate it. So the markets will get quieter because the majority of the Northern Hemisphere traders, the Americans, the British, the Europeans, Australians, etc., all celebrate Christmas. So it's a big holiday period in those countries. So on the daily time frame, I trade right through the year, so it doesn't worry me. I don't miss a day. If you're on the lower time frames or a day trader, you might want to give yourself a break until the first sort of week in January or the start of the second week. So let's have a look. The news ahead. This is the Forex Factory Free Economic Calendar. Good thing about it is you can set it up with your own filters. I'm basically mainly interested in the red items here, which are the high impact news events. Remember, these are scheduled or used by appointment events. There could be stuff that comes out of left field, that unexpected, that can move the markets, but this is what we know is coming and can possibly affect the markets. So it's a fairly quiet week, as you can see. It's all in my local time. As I said, I'm in Cambodia, so that's Indochina time, which is good, so you don't have to worry about converting stuff. So let's just have a quick look out of the UK. GDP on Monday, that's about it. Tuesday, Canada, just the Bank of Canada Governor speaks. UK climate count change on Tuesday. What else we got? UK Bank of England Governor speaks. And out of the US, we've got CPI numbers. They could be a possible market movers. So that's Tuesday the 13th of December. Probably should get the rest of the week up. Where are we? All right. CPI, here we go. CPI to US Wednesday. Australian Bank Governor speaks, and we've got CPI numbers out of the UK. Thursday, here's the big one. Interest rate news out of the US. This is generally a market mover, and it looks like they're expecting another 0.5% rate rise. So that's early Thursday morning, which is late Wednesday night for me. Normally it's 1 a.m., it's 2 a.m. So that's the US interest rates. Be careful of that. That's a biggie. It's probably the biggest for the week. And we'll go on New Zealand. We've got GDP numbers out of New Zealand. Then we've got employment numbers out of Australia on the same day, which are potential market mover. Then we've got Swiss interest rates. Then we've got the UK interest rates. Then we've got Euro interest rates. Merry Christmas. So there's a big day. That's a huge day. Day traders, beware. Oh, yeah, that's a shocker. All right. Now we've got other news too, which is called retail sales. At a press conference out of Europe. And Friday, flash manufacturing PMI numbers, services out of a few European countries and the UK and the US. So Thursday's the big day, starting very early Thursday morning with US interest rates, followed by Australian employment numbers, Swiss interest rates, UK interest rates, and Euro interest rates. Be very careful. That's it for the news. Right, let's bring up this Word document. Now, we're going to look at the chart soon, and there's a lot of different lines, different coloured settings. You may or may not know what they are if you haven't watched any of my videos before. Just have a read of this document here. Take a screenshot or pause the video and have a read. Shows you the settings of the moving averages. The QMP filter, that's the red and green dots you'll see on the price chart, what they represent, all the different coloured trend lines. But I'll go through most of this on the chart. The main indicator I look that's off the price chart is the MACD Platinum, which is below it. It's a zero lag MACD. It's an oscillator, oscillates around a zero level, and generally I'm looking to sell when it's above the zero level and buy when it's below the zero level. All right, let's get into the charts. So, TradingView. I use TradingView for all my analysis, all right? This is my watch list on the right. It's not the full list of 28 pairs, just a sample of pairs I like to trade. And all I'm doing is showing you trade examples here. I'm not a trade signal provider or anything like that. So this is just guidance, basically. You'll see the watch list is in alphabetical order. If there's no highlight, like there is an AusCAD here, there's no trade on. If it's highlighted in orange, means there's something I want to speak about in this video. Highlighted in light blue means there's a trade on and some trade management's taken place. And if you saw one in dark blue, means there's a trade on and no trade management's taken place. So we'll go through them all, or we'll go through the ones that have got trades open. I'm going to cut this video pretty quick. I've got people to see, places to go. We'll start with the Aussie Japanese yen. Now, first thing I want to say about TradingView is on Friday close, it shows me exactly what's happening on Monday. MT4, MT5 don't do that, but TradingView does. So what happens with MT4, MT5 on Monday's open, when the market's open, if there's dots or a trade signal there, it will present on the open. TradingView, I can see it on Friday close, and in this case, the Aussie Japanese yen is a new buy signal on Monday morning. So this is my first new trade for the week. It's a buy signal on the Aussie Japanese yen. Now you'll see my notes. I've already started to write my notes here. So I'll have the pair, the date, the signal, well in this case it's a buy signal, and my thoughts on the trade. So in this case, it's very flat range. The market's not really moving anywhere. There's nice support level here on price. So I'm going to take the buy trade. And you'll see, if I just zoom in, see the support level here, close to support there, close, bang again. So MAs are really tight, take the buy there. So the stop loss will be this red dotted line, 90.492. It's a suggested stop loss. The MACD Platinum's below the zero level, so new buy signal. And if it opens pretty well where it closed on Friday, it'll be around this blue line here. So that's Oz Japanese yen, new buy trade on Monday. Aussie USD, a couple of different trades here. Normally, the trade notes on my right are the most recent trade and any old trades on the left. So in this case, I took a buy here. So that was on the 19th of October. There's the buy. There's my trade management so far on that. Hang on a sec. I would have made that a part of it. So there's the trade management so far. And I call all these trade setups in the JAGfx Facebook group, the JAGfx Telegram channels, and also Matt from Family Man's Discord channel. And also call them in this in the TradingView, my TradingView profile itself. They're all called there. A screenshot's taken of the trades taken at the time. I think I missed my very first one yesterday, and I'll get into that shortly. But then they're shared to a shared folder where everyone's got access to them, and I also post those screenshots in those groups that everyone's more than welcome to join. So I'm calling the trades at the time, not after the fact. So we're in a buy. Here's a stop of the buy here. We can't lose on the buy, so it's all good. These green lines, that's a 65-cent level, and that's a 70-cent level. They're big numbers in the Aussie. Big round numbers, so where you could expect price to bounce around a little bit. So the last trade was this sell here, 22nd of November. And if you've watched any of my previous videos or followed any of my trades recently, you know 22nd of November wasn't a very good day for me. And this one's proving sort of no different, but it hasn't stopped out yet or hasn't closed out. So the sell, still above the entry level. There's a stop there. It's just going nowhere fast. It's just basically gone sideways, slowly grinding up. In the meantime, I'm drawing these red trend lines in for potential divergence. See how price is slowly grinding up. The MACD Platinum slowly grinding down. So there's divergence possibly forming there. Now, generally, I will close trades on an opposite QMP filter dot. So if I've got a new green dot on price chart here, if I was in this trade as a standalone, I'd close it. But because I've got divergence and I've got a partial buy on that I can't lose on, I've got some protection there. So I probably won't close this sell if an opposite QMP filter dot appears. So it's Aussie USD in one good trade and one not so good trade. Euro CAD in a buy here. This is all the notes here. You can read my trade management and all the trade management. I call that every day also. When that's done, I call it and I adjust everything. So that's all legit at the time, not after the fact stuff. So generally, I just trial my stop between the 50 and the 100 EMAs. So that's why it's just stuck in there. If I get a sell signal here, I'll just have a look. It's probably worth a shot. Price is a long way from the moving averages. Generally, if I'm trading against a trend, I need some sort of supporting divergence. There's no obvious divergence there, but because price is such a long way from the moving averages and the MACD platinums are a fair way above the zero level, I take the sell, especially as I've got a partial buy to give me some protection. So that's Euro CAD. Euro Yen, what are we in here? We're in a sell that's just going sideways forever. And we took a buy early in the week, 6th of December. So the sell, we've dragged the stop down. I've just moved the stop down a couple of times. It was up here originally. Now I put it above this high here in a buy. Yeah, so the buy signal, MACD platinum's below the zero level. And we've got divergence there, as you can see by my notes on the right here. But the sell and the buy, we're sort of no man's land with this pair. Euro New Zealand, yeah, it's going nowhere. Right, we've got a sell here, so what have we got? 20th of October, so that's all the details here. Done some trade management. This is old trades here because I've had a couple of goes at buys here, and this is my third go at a buy, I think, is it? Yeah, third attempt to buy. This one was my third attempt. See, there's the second one, and there's the first one. Price, the MACD is still going up, and price is going down, so there's divergence there. Started off with hidden bullish divergence. Now we've got regular bullish divergence, and we're not having much luck. The good thing is I've still got a sell on. I could start thinking about moving this stop and the sell down above these highs here. In the meantime, this buy from the 6th of December is going against me right from the get-go, and Friday just dropped even further. Here's my stop there, but I've got some protection on the downside, but you know, eventually this thing's going to turn up and we'll get something out of a buy, you'd think. Who knows? We will have a look at the Euro USD because it's the most traded pair. I've got no trades on. Potentially, I've got a grey warning line here for potential sell. There's a red dot on the MACD platinum above the zero level, and there's regular divergence forming, regular bearish divergence forming there, but hasn't been taken yet. This is my last trade here. What's that one? Yeah, 1st of November, which was there, and I closed it on an opposite QMP filter dot. This green line is parity, 1.000. 1 euro equals $1 USD. So we're going nowhere fast in euro. Pound Aussie, highlighted in orange, means that something happened. New sell trade on Monday. New sell trade here. Now we're in a buy from the 30th of September, so that's back here. Stops up there. There's my management notes on that buy. So we can't lose on the buy. Now the sell, even though the trend's starting to, the trend's starting to spread a bit to the upside. You can see the moving average slowly widening and splitting. You can read my notes here. This is from Monday. I like the resistance level on price here. See, price has come up, hit that a second time, had a go at it again, down, broke through it just, then come back down again. So to me, that's a resistance level. And because I've got a buy, partial buy on, I'll keep the stop nice and tight. My concern is probably that the MACD platinum is just above the zero level, but you could make an argument that this is pretty well level, the highs there, and that could be some sort of divergence. But we'll just leave it as a resistance level. So that's a pound Aussie, new sell signal on Monday. So they're the two new trades for Monday. Aussie Japanese yen buy and a pound Aussie a sell. Right, moving right along. Now the pound yen's highlighted in orange because what happened on Friday, I called the trade around lunchtime when price was actually below the entry level. I didn't get a screenshot posted. I'm going to post that very shortly in the groups. And it's a little bit after the fact, but price has only moved up a few pips, so it's no big deal. I did call it, I just didn't post a screenshot. So it was a buy on Friday, that's why it's highlighted. And this will be in dark blue because no action's been taken yet. So there's a buy here. Now, this thing's range bound. Have a look at this. We'll go back a bit. You know, look, that's a tight sort of range. Just been bouncing around. No real clear direction. A bit like the Aussie yen, same. So ideally, we want to see this high taken out here. You can see the moving averages starting to split to the upside, but not convincing. And there's my notes about the trade entry being called, but the screenshot wasn't taken until today. Yeah, it's probably, you could probably say there's some support there. I know this is probably, hang on a sec, let's have a look. So you could say there's probably a bit of support there too. Get my line zero. So yeah, a bit of support in there, nice and tight. So take the buy. I've taken it. Pound New Zealand. What are we doing here? Hopefully in a sell. Yeah, we were in a buy. We're out of that buy. So yeah, that. So we took a sell. This is back on the 20th of October. Moved the stop down. Could probably trail the stop down a little bit further. Took a buy in here. That was the 22nd of November, that fateful date. And I closed on an opposite QMP filter dots. I didn't let it get to the stop, but it would have been close. In the meantime, still heading down. Potential divergence forming again to the bullish side, so we'll see how we go. Can't lose on the sell. We're trying to make up for a loss on the buy, which we are doing at the moment. New Zealand CAD, this thing's just going up and up and up and up. 19th of October, took a buy, and it's just gone up. We have got a warning signal here, a line here. We've got a red dot on the QMP filter. Hang on. We've got a red dot on the MACD platinum above the zero level. There's a zero level down there, but it's the 1, 2, 3, fourth one, and it's still just gone up. Broken this high here now. So we'll trail the stop up. I'll move this stop up during the week sometime, bring it up under the moving averages, lock in more profit. USD CAD. What's going here? We've got something happening. We've got a buy in here. The stop's been moved up, but it wasn't until after it dropped down and popped up again and dropped down again. So I've moved the stop twice and closed half. So on Friday here with this bearish candle, a warning signal, because there's a red dot on the MACD platinum above the zero level, I decided to close half and move my stop up nice and tight. It's a tough pair for me to trade, the USD CAD. So See, this one here was a buy, which is that 3rd November. Closed out an opposite QMP full of dot for loss. And we've got another buy in here. Now we're probably looking for a sell, so we'll probably be looking. So, all right, this is probably what I missed before. Go bearish. So this high possibly to hit. This is just potential. Hasn't been confirmed yet. We get a sell, and the corresponding one will be in here. It's a bit ugly, bit tough to see on the MACD platinum, but remember your red dots are normally your highs, so these are your highs on the red dots. Here's your high in here. You can see it's pretty close to price. So we've got higher highs on the MACD platinum, which is an oscillator, and lower highs at the moment on price. So potential hidden bearish divergence forming, but in the meantime, we've got this buy. We can't lose it. We closed half on the open here. So we locked in that much profit, and the stops are less distance away, so we can't lose on the buy, but we'd like to win more. USD Japanese yen. Last trade was this buy in here. It's just gone sideways for all week just about. And previously we're in a sell. Where are we? 24th of October. There's a sell here. Stops there. Here's my management notes. 3rd November, which will be in here. Took a buy. That was closed on opposite QMP full of dots. That was a small loss. Down here, which was the 22nd of November. Stopped out for a loss. In the meantime, we got this divergence form, took this buy signal, and yeah, the trend looks like it's turning down. But the USD Japanese yen had a long uptrend, so yeah. So we're not going too bad on the buy, it's just a few pips down. The sell, we can probably drag the stop down a little bit and see how we go. Gold. What have we got here? We're in a buy from the 25th of October. The stop there, so we can't lose on that. That's good. So there's all the notes on that. 22nd November, we took a sell, which will be in here. 22nd November. And It's closed out an opposite QMP for the dot. It's very close to stop. This green dash line here is the 1800 level, which is a big number on gold. In the meantime, I've taken a sell here, which is in here, and it's gone against me too from the get-go. So there's a stop there. The good thing is we've got this buy, so offsetting a bit of the loss from these previous trades, and it's probably come back to bite me on the bum. But you know, every time I've done a video recently, I've said how well it's been treating me. Haven't really lost too much on gold. Now we've lost one trade. Looks like potentially going to lose another trade here. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to take the close if we get I've got a warning line here. So if I get a green QMP filter dot, I'm not sure I'm going to take the close. I'll overthink about that because I like the fact price hasn't really broken through the 1800 level and the stop's above it. And I've got this nice profit on this buy trade, locking some profit there. So it's gold. Now these next three, just the US dollar, more out of curiosity than anything else. So you can see the US dollar's gone up. Now the US dollar's starting to fall away. In the meantime, we've got divergence forming here. And we've got a warning signal, warning line. So green dot on the MACD platinum below the 0 level. But it's dropping away. Market structure says we're starting to turn. We've got lower highs, lower lows. US 500, which is the US stock market. Last signal was this sell in here. Yeah, it's starting to go in the right direction, I guess. Didn't break this previous high here. I don't know how long that line's been on there. I've got a feeling it's been there for a long time yet, that line there. Look at that. Look at that. Support, resistance, and bang, got to it. Again, I'll drag it across a bit, make it even further. So I just keep on dragging this line across. It's amazing how it's respected. So yeah, looks like it might be heading down again. Yeah. And Bitcoin, an old sideways action Bitcoin. Look at that, going nowhere fast. 15,000 level, 20,000 level. It's been since the FTX schmozzle. It's just been going sideways, like trying to grind up, but not really having any momentum to the upside. So that's it for the charts, guys and girls. It's a pretty quick video. I'm pretty well organised considering the week I've had. I'll just go through this. I'll just bring this up again. If you're a bit confused, you want to read it. Like I said, everyone's more than welcome to join any of the groups. There you can post questions or your own trade setups. I'm happy to help where I can. You can private email me or private message me if you want to keep it private. No problems at all. Happy to help. I don't do much else during the day, so talking to other traders keeps the sanity a bit, and I'm happy to help. That's what I say. All right, enjoy the weekend. Stay safe. Thanks for watching. As I said, if you do like the videos or you get something from it, please hit the like or subscribe button, and I'll get back into my normal weekly routine, daily routine, starting Monday. Thanks for watching. Cheers.